What's going on, everyone? It's the All Gaming Blog here, bringing you guys another Modern Warfare 3 gameplay. And I hope you guys enjoyed my new intro. It's the one I'm going to use now. I've made it, and it took me like a couple of hours to make it just because I was still kind of working out on the 3D program I've used to make intros. And that's what ended. Something like that. I hope you guys enjoyed it. It's good enough for me anyways. Anyway, what I want to talk about in this video is violence and gore in video games versus nudity or sexual references. This is kind of one of them subjects that I wanted to talk about for a while over something that I saw in a store once, on a gaming store, but I've kind of always steered away from it because I don't know, it's just one of them subjects. But I want to talk about it now, and I want to do this video. So oh, that was killed by one of care packages. Oh well. So I want to talk about it now on this video, and I just want to get it over it. So basically, what made me think about this subject, or when we see this, was something on a store that I saw once, which was a mother coming with his like a little kid on the store, and yelling at the employee that was there because she had her son was playing a video game, which I don't even know which game it was that they had bought, that had nudity, that had breasts showing in there, that one of the characters was showing your boobs or something like that. I'm not 100% sure. This is just what I heard. I wasn't really seeing what the game was. So the employee says, "All right, we'll take a return from that, and we'll just give you your money back." But instead of giving her money back, they just did what they basically do, which is give her some store credit. So alright, she takes the store credit and tells her kid to go buy another game. So the kid goes and buys Assassin's Creed, which is fine, except she was doing big fuss because the game she returned had some nudity in there. But Assassin's Creed, has tons of violence in the game. Is it that better for your child, for your kid to be playing? So if nudity is bad, isn't violence just equally as bad, or is it that better? I mean, you can slash and kill people with a knife or wherever the game is, but God forbids there's one boob showing up in there, or like one little bit of a nipple showing there, and you throw a big fit at it, and you go scream at the employee that has absolutely nothing to do with that. I think that's a little bit stupid, it's in my opinion. Another thing is the game's rating. Like, if there is violence or strong language, the game gets one rating. If there's nudity, the game gets another rating that is completely different. And God forbid there's a combination of both, then it's 100. You gotta be more than 21 years old to be playing it, or something stupid like that. I don't know how they're rated. Now I know they've changed the game's ratings, and certain things aren't considered as much violent as others, or I'm not sure. I know that changed, but what's better, what's worse? Having a really violent game filled with gore, where you can see all cuts spilling and all the knife cuts or whatever, or having one game that has mild nudity in it, or one of the characters gets naked, or like on Dragon Age, for example, there is no nudity in there per se, but there's a lot of gore and there's sexual references. The characters get all in their underwear and have sex in their underwear, and although you can't really see much, it's enough, sexually suggestive. It's enough for you to know what you're doing. So it's alright. It's alright to have gore and have tons of blood in you, and slash your enemies and have these awesome like cutscenes of you killing these monsters, but it's not okay to have characters have sex, apparently, or being naked, or being in their underwear. Well, being in their underwear is alright because they're in there, but being naked is not. So that's the question I have for you guys. What's your intake on this? Really, personally, I just think it's crap. If you're gonna have, I'd rather have nudity in the game than having tons of violence in gore, up to the point that just it's gonna give your kids nightmare. Whereas if you like show a boob in there, you might not give him a nightmare. The kid just might fight himself. I don't know. A normal kid would kind of like that game and start playing it more, or a gay kid would just not care much about it. I don't know. That's just my it's something that I've seen happening, that I'm just talking about it now, although I should have talked about it probably early, or not at all. I don't know. It's one of them things that it completely changed. It's like on films as well. if you're watching a movie, right, and it has tons of violence in it, the movie gets like an R rating. But it, God forbid, there's like one boob in there or a little bit of an ass crack, it goes from an R to next like nearly instantly. So, I'm not sure. I'm not sure about the ratings. The ratings is one part of it, but the stupidity of some parents or some people, it's a completely different thing. So I don't know. I feel like I was playing alone on this game, seeing that I'm only one of the few ones, or the only one trying to capture crap in here. Nobody cares about it. That's another discussion. So yeah, what do you guys think about this? Like, is it really that bad to have nudity in your video games, or is it, or sexually references, or is it better to just have tons of violence or whatever? In my opinion, what they should do is make the games with more violence, like World at War, where you could like take limbs off and see a little bit more gore in a game, and have the option to turn it either on or off, so you don't, although it's fun for most adult gamers, but it won't scar your child in case little kids play it, because even though Call of Duty games, for example, are 17 plus rated, or worse in Australia, I don't know, but they're 17 years plus rated, and yeah, that's alright, I suppose, but it's meant for adults to play it in the first place. So even if kids play it, they're not really meant to, but it's alright if their parents decide that it's alright for them to play. So should you just have the option to turn gore on and off and violence on and off? That's my opinion. You should have the option to. You should choose to. But the option should be there to have a little bit more. I wouldn't say violence and gore. I'd say more reality, more realism. Like, I could not find a game, like a video game, that has a realistic like combats where when you stab a guy or when you shoot a guy, you can see like the bullet wound in there. You can see that he's bleeding. You know what I mean? Like detail into it. Like on Call of Duty, when you shoot a guy, if you shot him, you see some little blood spatters around. But if you go to see a body in there, or even if you go see just the person that you just shot, there's absolutely nothing in there. No indications, nothing. There's just a body, a doll in the floor. And that to me is just not really realistic. That's just my opinion though. Even though when you're stabbing someone or knifing someone, you don't see any visual marks in the body. You see blood splatter, but that's about it. But that's just my opinion on it. I reckon they should really just change it and make it something better. But I don't know, that's just me. So that's about it for this one, guys. I hope you enjoyed my commentary. Although I still have a little bit mixed opinions about this. I just think it's a bit stupid that violence is more acceptable than nudity. By all means, make peace and love, not violence. Whatever, that's it for this one, guys. Hope you enjoyed. If you're new to my channel, if you want to subscribe to see more of these videos, please go for it. Also, if you would leave a like and a comment on this video, that would help me out, but you don't have to, I suppose. So thanks a lot for watching though.